All right. Happy Thursday, everybody. Good to see you out there. I'm feeling extra giddy today, so maybe you ever have those days where you just feel a little you feel good. So the word for today is inspire. Um, Valerie Randall, thanks for the word. And for some of you, you might say, that's my word too. We're gonna get to you. All right, we're gonna get to you. And I just said a little bit ago, but I want to say again, if you have never, I don't know if you see that. If you've never, one word that will change your life. It is for what we do on the Coach's Corner, it is absolutely an amazing read or audio if you get the chance to do that. So I would encourage you to do that. So inspire, feel someone with the urge or ability to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. But you know who that someone could be? Yourself, right? And that's where I'm kind of diving into it today. Do I need someone to inspire me? I want you to think about that a minute. Do you need somebody to inspire you? Or can you and do you have the skill set inside of you to inspire yourself every day? Here's so I'm going to dive into both sides. I believe we do need people to inspire us. Um, but I'm sure glad I don't wait on someone to knock on my door and inspire me every day. Because what if they didn't show up? I have people all the time tell me, man, I just need my leader to show up. I'm like, you're letting your leader decide your career path. Like, man, that's a scary thought. I want to leave it up to me. If it's going to be, it's up to me. But we do grab inspiration and we inspire ourselves from other people too. So we're going to talk about both of those. Um, when you are inspired mentally, you're stimulated to do or feel something. You really are. And you feel compelled to do better than you currently are right now. How many of you's had that point in time where you've got inspired in your health or you've got inspired in your finances and you started making a budget, cutting back and you sold something. You said, you know what, I'm going to take control of my finances for my future. Or maybe it's your profession. Maybe you're growing at something different than you once was. And you go, you know what, I'm feeling inspired. Well, how do we stay that way? That's where I'm going to focus in my few minutes this morning. How do we stay inspired? And Valerie, thank you for this word, because this is how does Brent Palmer stay inspired? Number one, read. Read. Keep one or more motivational books with you at all times. So if you're traveling, if you're in the car, maybe it's an audio. If you're in the gym, maybe it's an audio while you're working out. But number one, I got to read. I got to keep one or more motivational books in front of me at all times so I can pull them out and keep being inspired. Number two, time alone. It's a vital part to the human spirit to have some time alone. Here's what it does. It detoxes you mentally. Think about how we use a detox to detox our body. Time alone detoxes you mentally. It's a good thing. And it also re-energizes you. Number three, money. Don't let somebody tell you money is the root to all evil. You know, how many of you's heard that? I used to have, I love my kin folks, but I'll tell you this, I had some of them that say, son, you better watch money. It's the root to all evil. It'll take you down the wrong path. And I was ingrained. I mean, I thought that. But now I realize it's a great motivator. It's not the root to evil. Here's what money does. Money can be a scorecard to the value you're adding, right? I promise you this, if you got a job right now, and they're paying you a salary, they're not paying you a salary if you're not adding value. They're going to let you go. So money's a great motivator. Number 4, music. Myra says this all the time. Music creates emotion, and emotion drives inspiration. So put some music in your life. Number 5, exercise. Here's what exercise does. It releases endorphins. But how many of you, when you exercise, you have all these creative ideas that run through your head? You ever thought about that? And you think about this, you think about a strategy, you're just more out. So every day, if you exercise, you're going to be more of an inspiration or more of an inspired person. Number 6, gratitude. I love this. When I researched and looked at this today, think about this. What if each of us started being like, when we had a receipt, right? You pay for a bill, you pay for going to eat, and they give you a receipt. And so you sign the receipt and you put thank you on it. And in your mind, mentally, that thank you means I am so thankful that I have the money to spend to help these restaurants, to help these servers. Imagine what the gratitude is as you go around. Number 7, vision. Vision gives you a future benchmark, which drives inspiration, a vision for where you want to go. Number 8, competition, competing. It breeds inspiration when you compete with yourself. Number 9, other people's stories. How many of you like reading or watching movies? Rocky, The Gladiator, Rudy, right? It drives inspiration. Put that into your life. Like I'm telling myself this. And then the last one is give. When you give, you see the fruits of your labor. And this is something that is really, I was taught this as I end. I was taught this by my mentor, to give back. And here's what he would tell me all the time. He said, Brent, when you give, you are going to be so inspired, because what you're going to realize is the fruits of your hard work has allowed a path to be able to provide opportunities for other people. So as you give, you're going to be inspired to do more, create more, earn more, so that you can do what? Give more. So that was powerful, that I being taught by him on that. So, Coach, I'm going to turn it to you. This was a great word for me today.
Really good. Very good, Brent. Thank you so much. I sent my notes over to Brent this morning, and I realized I'm going to have to change up on them a little bit. So don't flip out when I don't start with what I was going to say I was going to start with.
Throwing a curveball.
I know it. Here's just a few things that inspire us. You know, seeing other people accomplish great things. That's always been just really cool and inspiring to me. You know, and another thing that is very inspiring is to see others overcome some huge adversity. You know, something that can help us be inspired, and it is, like Coach said, you know, we need to read and hear great inspirational talks, read the quotes by people that are very successful and are, you know, are very respected people. You know, and then and here's another thing. Y'all have some friends right now traveling. They're doing RV vacations. There's like 6 families that are out doing that in Utah. And some of the pictures that they have been posting, I'm like amazed at the beauty. So, you know, to me, that's inspiring to see those things. You know, having a positive outlook on life is a huge part of inspiration. Because you know what? If we're always looking for things to go wrong, guess what? Our life is going to reflect that as well. You know, but on the other hand, having a positive outlook on life can bring you joy and inspiration when you least expect it. You know, and like Coach said, Val sent in the word today, and I just wanted to say very quickly that, you know, she and her husband Joe have been great inspirations to all of us. They completely changed their lives just in the last 6 to 8 months. Maybe it was longer than that, Val, but that's basically how long I've got to know y'all. But they wanted to change, and they were inspired to work together to reach their goals and dreams, and they're still going after them hard. So, and the thing, and I'm speaking for Brent and I both on this, is every single one of you inspire us with your dedication to showing up every morning on a weekday morning, the coaching community. Your warm smiles, your kindness, the compassion that you show for others throughout this. It's just super inspiring to me. We wake up every day, and I hope you do as well, looking forward to sharing. It is inspiring to me, and I know I'm speaking for Coach Palmer too, to know that we're fixing to be able to share with people that we love and care about. Y'all actually inspire me every single morning to want to be a better person. You truly do. So how can we inspire others? Well, I think this is one of the biggest things in everything, just not in our word today, but we have to focus upon relationships. That to me is the biggest thing. If you want to be an inspiration and you want to be inspiring yourself and you want to inspire yourself, focus upon relationships. You got to be a great listener. Some of the people that I love, admire, and respect the most have been great listeners. And that's what I try to be. And I know that you do as well. You got to lose your ego. If you've got an ego, you're not inspiring anybody. You're not inspiring one soul. So you got to lose it. You got to always look to do for others, to be an inspiration, be enthusiastic, and just simply show that you care. The thing that I wanted, this is what I was going to start with, but I'm going to kind of end on, and you can go and see this actual video on YouTube. I believe it's called The Tree. It was very powerful. It was like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, but it starts at put your mindset in India. I've never been to India, but everything I've ever seen in India, the streets are packed. It's people everywhere. There's cars everywhere. They're just bumper to bumper, crazy busy. And there's this humongous tree across the main thoroughfare, the main road. And every adult, every person are sitting on their motorcycles, sitting in their cars, looking at each other, blowing horns, raising Cain, just going nuts because that tree is just laying there. They can't go. And then all of a sudden you see a little boy, and it looks like he's probably trying to go to school. He's got a little backpack on, a little satchel. And he's staring and looking at the tree, and he's hearing all this chaos. Well, during all this, all of a sudden, everybody starts looking up. It starts pouring down rain, just in droves. And this little boy looks around, takes this backpack off, and he looks like he can't be any more than 6 years old, maybe 7. He goes to that big old tree. He starts trying to push it. Well, all the people start looking at him like, is this kid crazy? Well, guess what? Then his little buddies that were over here playing, here they come over there. Well, they're not making a difference. They're still little bitties too. But then guess what happened? Every adult, man and woman in this pouring down rain, they start coming, and guess what they do? They pick up this humongous tree. And it was all done because of the inspiration of the one little boy. He knew he couldn't do it by himself, but he inspired everybody else. So I'll ask you ought to watch that video. It's very powerful. It's just very, very powerful. So the most important thing, and I want to leave you with, is to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do. So be inspired and be an inspiration today. So love you guys. Thank you so much for the word, Val. But again, go see The Tree, and also get the book, The One Word, that Brent was talking about. And I love that cross there, Coach.
Well, Coach, that was an awesome message.
Well, thank you.
The power of what we can do together. And here's the thing, Valerie and Joe actually, Joe made this for me. He does this, and this has been back some time ago, and it actually hangs in my office. And I thought about this today when we were talking about the word inspire. And you never know what you do for somebody that down the road, the ripple that it causes. And there's been countless times me sitting in my office that I've turned and I've looked at this and I've been inspired by their generosity, by their love, by their partnership. And it was just fitting today because this was her word. So Val, keep up the great work, you and Joe.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave you with this. I was early this morning, I was in the weight room and I was working out and I was listening to one word that will change your life. And it inspired me. John Gordon inspired me. And he said, we can take our word and we can put it out there. And Myra, I know I'm going a little bit over, but I think this is important for our community. I challenge you to do this, not your profile picture, but I'm going to do mine. My word is service. And I'm going to put, what's it called? Not my profile, but behind my profile,
We know.
When somebody searches, they see my picture, but behind it, when it's on, I'm going to put the word service and then I'm going to hashtag Coach's Corner. And I'm going to keep it there for 90 days.
That's a great idea.
And I want for the next 90 days, my background on my Facebook to be the word that I picked, that I see every day. But I also want to hashtag Coach's Corner because you all have inspired us to do what we do each and every day.
Yes.
So I hope you walk out of here with a smile on your face because each and every one of you make up this community that's growing day by day, that people get on, they watch the recordings, that we do not know the ripple effect that this has in this community 3 years down the road, 5 years down the road, and it's because of you. So thank you so much, Coach. Thank you as always, Valerie. Great word today. Have an amazing Thursday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Love you guys.
Love y'all. See you tomorrow.
Blessings.
Bye.
Thank you guys. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day.
Have a great day.